All right, so with recent events going on, obviously my entire feed has been Charlie Kirk. Everything going on these last 2-3 weeks. I had this video pop up on my feed or whatever, and I watched it, and I had to respond. So apparently he's like actively deleting comments because I was just gonna leave a comment, and he deleted them. So I'm just gonna get right into this.
On September 10th, 2025, a debate bro named Charlie Kirk was shot in a debate at a college while talking about gun control. And while many people find the humor in this, some people...
Yeah, I find the humor in it. Not for the reasons that this sick motherfucker might, but a leftist using gun violence again to try to enact more gun control. You can't run on that platform anymore. You can't run on that issue anymore. It'll always forever be held against you in debate and just going forward. Even all the gun control laws in our country, which we have well over 20,000 gun control laws, none of them would have stopped that assassination because those guns were all legal. The humor is, a leftist, again, being violent because, words, killing someone.
Call it a tragedy. Some people are freaking out, saying that this is a product of the normalization of violence in our society for political ends. I would like to put forward my own 2 cents on this topic. In the United States, the distinction between hate speech and group defamation is not quite understood. Hate speech is unfavorable topics and comments about a group of people that you dislike. Group defamation, on the other hand, is much more strictly defined. It is untrue and harmful statements about a group of people that someone speaks because of malice or gross negligence.
Yeah, like how you call everyone you disagree with or doesn't fall into your rainbow category Nazis and fascists, which is quite literally the rhetoric that was being passed around, in a big way, mainstream media, or just in circles or probably even college campuses where Charlie Kirk is referred to as a fucking Nazi and a fascist, which is just objectively just untrue. You mean that kind of defamation? Because if you put these laws into place, you got to recognize it on both sides. But you won't. You only want it to where it's certain people that you favor are protected under these laws. That is not equality.
Charlie Kirk engaged in this kind of behavior rampantly and brazenly during the best years of his life when he could have been spending time with his family.
That was low.
Whenever anyone tried to hold him accountable for his behavior, he would sue universities and institutions that refused to platform his debate, weaponizing the hole in our legal system to force people under threat of law.
He's not forcing anyone to go up to him and talk to him, though. He never forced anyone. If the kids there, or the college kids there, didn't want to talk to him, they didn't have to. I don't really believe in this because I think a lot of kids at the colleges wanted him there, and it created a lawsuit. I don't know. I've never heard that about Charlie. I don't know, but you can watch all his debates. The guy knows how to draw a crowd, and if no one wanted him there, he wouldn't draw crowds. So I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
To allow him to continue to spread lies that would cause direct, tangible harm to women, people of color, Jewish people, Muslim people, gay people, and trans people, and far more.
Who did he directly harm? He spoke his mind, and he had debates, and he welcomed anyone and everyone to come out and challenge him. Everything that has been clipped and said about him has been so out of context. I've never seen one man be so taken out of context. Like, who did he physically harm? Nobody. But again, this mindset, this left-wing ideology, it is, their threshold for violence and what constitutes violence is so fucking low that it's easy for them to justify it against someone. So, God forbid you misgender. God forbid you don't agree with his Islamic beliefs or the Middle East. God forbid you say these actual facts about Islam, or you say anything about the LGBT or the alphabet people, God forbid. All of a sudden, you're a violent Nazi fascist, but it's not the right that's out here killing people for words, We're not off in our political opposition.
All across the country. Many people call Charlie Kirk an advocate for free speech. I would not say this.
Because you don't believe in free speech.
Charlie Kirk did not spend his life advocating for free speech. He spent the last years of his life actively undermining every mechanism by which our society has to hold people accountable for lies and deceit to the general public with regards to group defamation.
Lies and deceit to the general public. Again, that goes back to you painting an entire political party as Nazis and fascists. You keep missing that part.
And while many people would say that despite that, he still fought the good fight for free speech, no, he did not. And the countless professors that he harassed and attempted to harass and to silence would happily counter that narrative if given the opportunity.
Again, when you say harass, what do you mean by harass? Like, did he challenge people? Did he challenge their viewpoints? I can't never take anything that these people say at face value, because oftentimes it's so perverted when they say it that they never argue this shit in good faith. By harassed, what do you mean by that? What did he do that meant harassment? If your threshold for violence is so low, and that's what you determine to be violence, I don't know, misgendering someone or saying someone finds offensive, which is actually just the truth, like basic biology, for example, then what constitutes harassment in your head? That's what I want to know. Because all the debates I watched with Charlie, I never saw him harass anybody.
Charlie Kirk died, and this is a tragedy. But it is not the tragedy that people think it is, and it is a tragedy for a totally different reason. Charlie Kirk is a victim of our inability to police group defamation.
You mean like the left's inability to not call someone a Nazi or fascist without any actual logic behind it? I mean, most of them don't even know what those fucking words are. They don't even know anything about it. The amount of lies that are spread on conservatives all the time in regards to just calling someone that they're not, something that they're not, happens fucking frequently. And it even gets them killed. Like this guy, Aaron Danielson, they called out Trump supporter, and they shot the guy dead. God forbid you vote for Trump, you wear a Trump hat, you wear a Charlie Kirk shirt. I wouldn't doubt in the future if someone was fucking killed for wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. They've been doing this shit where they call you a bigot, they call you a Nazi, a fascist, they call you, homophobic, or whatever the fucking case is. Anything even if you fall just short of their agenda, they call you all kinds of names, and you can be none of those. You can be none of those. And the left gets away with it all the time. All right, you can be a Christian and say, oh, I don't agree with a gay lifestyle. All right, it doesn't mean that you hate gay people. But all of a sudden, you're a hateful fucking person because you don't align, you're not an ally of theirs, so to speak. So, again, the barrier for what constitutes as defamation for them is very fucking low. Just the left standard for everything is low.
In a society where there is no recourse for people lying about other groups of people with the intent or gross negligence necessary to cause tangible harm to them.
No recourse for people lying about other groups of people. What just happened to Charlie because of all the lying about Charlie's particular group of people? Gross negligence to cause tangible harm to them. Charlie said mean words, or words that they perceived to be mean or hateful, and they killed Charlie. So they say you're hateful. Again, it's a very low threshold for them. And then they shoot you, which is quite, like, murder is quite literally the ultimate form of hate. You can't get no more hateful than that.
Then violence becomes the only answer.
Violence becomes the only answer. So when political discourse doesn't go your way, or laws don't go your way, and you can't get your point across, violence is the only answer. That's very terroristic of you. This is all of a result that you guys just fucking suck at debating. You guys can't debate. You've lost the debate when you put a bullet in the neck of our spokesperson. That's automatically telling us that you concede the debate right there. That's what that means. Because you don't have anything else going forward after this. You can't run on gun control. You can't do any of that now. If your ideas are so good, why do you got to put a gun to people's head to try to get them to, to try to convince them that your side is better?
It stops being a matter of if people should or shouldn't, or if they can or cannot, and it becomes a matter of when and how many bodies are going to end up in the ground. If more situations like this are to be prevented, the United States needs laws against group defamation in order to prevent people basically painting a target on their own forehead and burning the whole world down with them.
In order to prevent people from painting a target on their own forehead. The way you word this is it's very twisted. The way that you word this, everything here. Basically, you need group defamation laws so that people can protect themselves from eventually, inevitably getting killed by violence at the hands of a incredibly offended leftist. That's your logic.
I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon without major political push.
Major political push. Yeah, you shot that opportunity in the neck too. If you think you're going to have any kind of fucking major political push anything after this, dude, if you think there's not going to be a fucking red wave, you're an idiot.
But it's very interesting to see all the commentary on the situation be so shallow and refuse to engage with what I think is a very fundamental component of what contributed to his death. The fact that our society has no alternative recourse for dealing with this type of defamation.
Okay, he wasn't engaging in defamation. Okay, telling someone, see, what you consider defamation and violence, a lot of people just consider truth. Acknowledging basic biology and transgenderism is simply fucking truth. And that's what you want laws against. You want to make it illegal for me to say the truth. You want to make it illegal for me to be like, oh, 2 + 2 = 4. You want me to conform to 2 + 2 = 5. If I say a transgender cannot ever transition to the opposite sex, that's what you want outlawed. Or if you don't get your way legally with these defamation lawsuits, more bodies are going to end up in the ground. That's what you said.
And this type of lying and deception to the general public, which really puts all of us as Americans in danger.
No, people like you put all of us as Americans in danger. It's people with your ideology that is threatening people's safety. I don't know. I had to do a video about this. I saw it come up on my feed, and I wasn't going to stand for it. Charlie faced thousands of people all on his own. If you wanted to say something, if you feel some sort of way about it, if you think you had better points, then you should have hit up one of his campus debates instead of talking shit about him when he's in the ground, saying you find it humorous how he died. These type of people advocate for violence and all this shit. He can't even handle a debate in the fucking comment section without deleting shit. That's hilarious. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing videos on here. I had to respond to this fucking guy, though, because this shit is It's fucked off, man. That's fucked off. Anyways, let me know if you want to, if you like this. Let me know if you want to see more of it, in the comments. Thanks.